it started cooling down. I feel like, oh, maybe what if all of this was just planned? But when I said that, I saw like, I think it's a Pontianak or something that looks like a Pontianak just walk past. Hi, my name is Rishitha.
My name is Raihan.
My name is Wayne.
My name is Kyle.
And this is Tales from Incredible Tales. Together with some very special guests, we're taking a look back at Incredible Tales, a horror anthology that aired on Channel 5 from 2004 to 2017. We will also be asking our guests to share on their very own scary stories.
Our guest for this episode is Rishitha. Hi, Rishitha.
Hi.
Rishitha, aka Devil Wears Bata on Instagram and TikTok, is a digital creator who focuses on travel, fitness, sustainability, food, and actively pushing kindness. She's a co-founder of the YouTube channel Tanglish Studios, which provides you with your dose of relatable brown content.
So anyway, in every episode of Tales from Incredible Tales, we will explore a different theme and how it ties to the classic Incredible Tales episodes.
For this episode, we're looking at haunted homes. This episode's theme was inspired by New Flat from Season 1 and It's Not Over from Season 2. In New Flat, a young couple with a child and one on the way moves into a new flat. The pregnant wife, alone at home with the little boy, discovers that a certain entity haunts the flat. Her husband questions her sanity, for he does not feel any presence at all. In It's Not Over, an abused wife takes her life and her child's by throwing herself and her child from the HDB flat window. When the husband returns, he finds a message written in blood. This isn't over, darling.
Yeah, let's take a look at episodes. Whoa.
Wow.
I have to say, looking back on all this stuff, right, the lighting that they used for, like, I mean, you know, everybody's like, oh, the production's of its time and everything, but the lighting is kind of way ahead of its time.
That's what I told you. Like,
Very classic.
I mean, aside from the 480p resolution,
Yeah.
but like the lighting was
Yeah.
actually pretty good, especially the first season. I really like how they
Yeah.
light the first season.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sets the mood there. So you
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
watch it, especially when your room is dimmed.
Yeah.
Then it adds a bit more flavor to it. Rishita, do you remember watching all this and how does it feel watching it back again?
I think I was very young when it came out. So it was like, oh, every time there's Incredible Tales, I'll just like, cover myself in a blanket. And, like a bit freaked out. But also I'm like, it's a thrill factor. So I just want to watch it. Then I would just like go around telling my friends, I watched it alone. I'm not that scared.
Oh,
Wow.
you did?
When I was very young. Yeah.
Okay.
What was the fraction of it that you actually watched versus like the coverage?
Most of it was covered blanket. Yeah.
So the sounds help.
Yeah. The sounds are already scary enough. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
This whole like theme of haunted homes, right, is not like new to you. 'Cause
Yeah.
you visited haunted places. But I just want to touch on like the two episodes that were shown. The first one is the season premiere of Incredible Tales period. Like episode 1, season 1. Right? So it's a house in Pasir Ris near Sungai Api Api, which is famous. Have you been to Sungai Api Api?
That
Yeah.
one? Yeah. Seen that?
That's the visuals for that episode. So the other one, right, is actually quite near Pasir Ris, so it's at Bedok. Is this flat where basically the abused wife took her own life with her child to punish the husband, and then the husband moves into this same flat, which is, I don't know what he was thinking with his new wife and new child. So then they get haunted This is quite a famous thing that actually happened, apparently.
Oh, it was real.
It was real. It was real.
Oh.
And Incredible Tales actually adapted it. They didn't put the block number.
Okay.
But I've been to the block.
Right.
Oh, you.
Like outside
Oh,
Oh, is it closed or is
is someone staying there?
someone's name.
Oh.
So like there's some when I went there with my friends, of course you don't want to disturb the neighbors,
Yeah.
but you can see the unit, and the unit is newly renovated. And this was maybe a good 10 years back. So it had like a Christian verb from the Bible itself outside the house. Then I did ask around, and then some of my Christian friends, they say, yeah, it's to actually bless the house. Like basically saying that God is looking after this house.
Right.
Probably because of the tragedy lah. And the urban legend is basically, in the end lah, the spirit took the second child. So second child also, yeah. And then the house remained on the market for a while. And every anniversary of that tragic incident, the neighbors would hear the child playing something inside the house with the mother. So now the mother has 2 childs. The ghost lah, basically.
So Rishitha, you've had the experience to visit and even stayed overnight in a haunted house. So what's the reality of staying in such a place like that versus what you saw in the episode?
So basically, it was for Tigil Tales. So we were brought to Tanglin Hall. So it's like abandoned, completely abandoned. So it's me and Raviji. He's also a radio host. Both of us were given individual tasks. And unfortunately, my task was to sit inside an abandoned home all alone. And then they would do like a ritual, one to call the ghosts and one to protect myself. And they would just like leave cameras there and then they will go. So I will have to stay there for 30 minutes.
Oh my God.
So initially I was okay with it. Because personally I'm not really a strong believer, but I also have fear. So what happened was, one of our crew members, I think it was the lighting guy, he fainted.
Oh.
And there was a strong floral smell. So there was a strong floral smell and he fainted because he saw the Pontianak.
Oh
my God.
Yeah, and he took a picture of it.
What?
So
wait. You mean, do you have the picture?
apparently he didn't want to share it with anyone.
Wow.
Yeah, he said that he deleted it.
Okay.
After he saw
So
the
he
picture. It
took
was
the
too
photo,
scary.
then he fainted lah.
Yeah, he fainted.
But this happened before the shoot started.
Yeah, before the shoot started.
Oh.
And then they fainted and everyone was crowding around him and then like giving him water and everything. He was just wet. He was just sweating profusely. Then I was like, oh my God, they're sending me in. And the worst thing is, if I see something or hear something, I can't get up and leave because of the ritual and everything. And they won't be there also. They'll be a bit far away from the home. So my signal to call them is basically they'll give me like a headlights, and I need to press it 5 times for the red light to come. Then they will enter to help me. Then I was like, if I'm going to die, why would I be counting, right? How many times to press? Like I just want immediate help, Like I would panic and press like 100 times or what, then the light doesn't even come. Then, so they put me all the way in. So I was already very scared. I'm like, no, okay, never mind. I'm not going to do 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, and it was pitch dark, by the way. It was pitch
Yeah,
dark.
I can imagine.
And I was also scared of like insects and stuff, more than the ghosts. Don't know what snake gonna come on me. So they put just one candle. There was no other light. One candle and another candle at the side for extra light or something for the camera. And then like they drew like a circle around me. And on top of that, they did like a Malay ritual. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Kuda keping.
Kuda kepang Serious
Kuda
They
kepang,
did
yeah.
that
Kuda kepang.
What's that?
The horse.
The horse
Dance
horse dance, the trance.
Oh, trance.
Yeah, like but why did they do that? I'm just really curious. What did they do?
Actually, I didn't know as well that they did that. It was like they were praying and doing some ritual. Then when I went back home to watch with my friends, then they told me that, this is the prayer they use for that. Yeah.
Wow.
So they were doing that. So they gave me 2 sticks to hold. One is to invite the ghosts, and one is to protect myself. So I had to burn both the sticks. And then they would just leave me with like all the ghost radiators, and they would go far away.
Okay, how far is far? I just want to know.
Yeah. Are they downstairs or are they?
Yeah.
It was the first floor, thankfully. I imagine me running down and the ghost also chasing me. Yeah, it's just the first floor, thankfully. They will like go like 100 meters away from the apartment. Yeah, so that far.
Okay, so you were at first floor. They are 100 meters.
Yeah,
100 meters is far away. Actually.
Yeah.
But you can still see them through the window lah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, so anything, even if they cannot, I don't know if they can see me lah because it's pitch dark, but I will try to like, in case if there's anything. Yeah. So they left and it started. I was like burning the stick, everything was okay. Then the EMF slowly started.
Oh dear.
But every time it started going off, I heard someone like banging the storage. So nobody was in the house.
Oh my God.
So like nobody was in the storage, but I still heard someone banging it.
In the house.
In the house.
So there's a storeroom lah.
Yeah, storeroom. Yeah.
So it's locked.
It's locked.
It's an abandoned apartment with a locked storeroom.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Did you ever find out what was in the storeroom? Like,
No, they don't want to open it up.
But as in like, it was caught on camera, the sound.
Yeah, sound.
But you can clearly tell it's from the storeroom.
I heard like it's from behind, but when I went back home to see, it was from the storeroom.
God.
Because there's nothing else.
Oh my God. Then what were your thoughts?
And I was already scared, so I was like, oh my God, no, I cannot stay longer. And exactly when my one of the incense sticks, which is the one to invite the ghost, it started burning way faster when the thumping sound was there. It started burning way faster. The EMF went even louder and brighter. It literally went off when the incense sticks to invite the ghost broke off. And I felt like something was like holding me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, just exactly, all this exactly when the incense sticks broke off.
Did you stay for the whole 30 minutes?
No, 15 minutes.
Wow.
No, not even
What was
15.
that? Still-
11 to 12 minutes, yeah.
Still strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
to be fair, more than 5 minutes. That's already quite impressive.
But then they were already like a bit like, so we had another crew with us. So every episode we have a guest. So the guests were like, oh, actually you have to sit there for 30 minutes to experience the full thing.
What?
Yeah. So there are some of their own people that sat there for 30 minutes. And I'm like, oh, give me a pass because this is my first time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got to add on because you're one of the crew member fainted earlier on, right?
Yeah.
Because he saw something.
Yeah.
Before you went in.
Before I went
she
in.
went in. So imagine,
Oh my God.
imagine having to know that something.
Yeah,
happened
that's
before.
scarier. Before that, I was okay with 30 minutes, really.
Did you know that he saw Kaka already?
Everyone was like, don't say her name, don't say her name.
But
And then,
everybody knows.
Oh.
yeah.
yeah,
Oh
they
my
were like, don't say her name. And I smelled the floral scent. It was very strong.
In the house?
Yeah, but then there's a saying that in the house I didn't smell. It was fainter.
Oh.
But then there's a saying that the stronger it is, it's further. She's
Yeah.
further away and
So-
it's fainter. She's nearer. So it's just imagine something pressing on me and the smell is so faint.
So what happens is, what we understand is that if it's floral, means she's far. But if it's stench, she's near.
Oh, that's the.
So it's like
Like rotting meat
rotting
kind of
meat,
smell,
which is
right?
very
Oh, I haven't. When I was inside, I don't think I smelled anything rotten meat.
right.
But I didn't smell the flora anymore. Maybe the whole house smelled stenchy, it's like abandoned, right? Yeah.
Could be. But I'm really curious to know why they did the Kuda Kepang
Me too.
ritual. Because Kuda Kepang is usually for, they have some protection perhaps, but they also call upon.
Yeah, they call upon. Yeah.
So maybe purposely wants to
Yeah, they
have it
want
there.
to. They want to
Yeah.
bring it in. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they told me beforehand that they will try whatever they can to call the ghosts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because if I were there and they do that, I'll get out already before we even started.
I didn't know what they were doing, so I was like,
Yeah.
I thought they were praying to protect me.
So you have another friend along with you, right?
Raviji,
Which
yeah.
is the Raj. He is a believer.
He's a believer. Yeah.
Did he also go through what you went through?
He had another task.
Okay.
So something similar, but it's like a alleyway, like a foresty alleyway, and it's like pitch dark. He has to walk and come back, kind of a thing. So they also did the same ritual there, and they did like I guess they tried to induce the ghost or like call upon the ghost, and he tried walking in, but as he walked in, he saw something. He saw something, yeah, and he was like, and then apparently the ghost was like, "Don't come, better go."
You mean
The ghost told him.
Yeah, the ghost was warning him not to come.
Wow. A nice ghost.
Did he continue?
They kept pushing him to continue. Like just go
Wow.
and just go all the way lah. Just complete
Oh,
it.
gosh.
Then after second time he really said cannot. The ghost is really like angry. Then they just let him come back. Yeah, but the crew members also saw. The crew members that were supposed to do the ritual also saw the ghost. Yeah.
Wow.
So after we were given the dare, we always have an aftermath where we share our opinions and stuff. So they were recording it in a corridor, one of the block corridor. So I was here and the crew was here. So they can't see what's behind them. So they were just asking me in general, what's your opinion and everything. Then I was like, initially I was scared. And at the moment I was very scared. But when I came out, it started cooling down. I feel like, maybe what if all of this was just planned? But when I said that, I saw I think it's a Pontianak or something that looks like a Pontianak just walk past the corridor.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Oh
my God.
Just
That's
walk
what you
past.
mentioned earlier.
Yeah. I mentioned
So
earlier.
as you say that, I think it's nothing.
Yeah, that's
Something
when I
just
saw.
appeared. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, what was nothing?
Yeah.
You're talking about me.
And the weird thing is, it was in your head, right? You were just thinking about it. You didn't even vocalize it, right?
Yeah, I didn't vocalize it yet. I
Wow.
was gonna say it, then I saw. Then I was like, oh my god, I saw something. Then they all tried to capture and run to that place. Like they couldn't see anything. Yeah. But it was really momentary, and it was like I was also confused because in my mind I always thought like a Pontianak is very tall, or like big or scary, but it was quite small. Then just like
They come in different sizes, I guess.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it could also be like, again, I keep thinking back. Like I research sometimes like, if science says there's no ghost, then why do people see it and stuff? They said that it could be like your fear coming out as hallucination. So I just assume that's the reason why I saw Pontianak.
So would you say that today you still believe there's ghosts, or is it all in the mind?
Yeah.
I'm the second. Yeah, I personally
mind.
feel all in
We're
the
all
mind.
in the mind.
Personally,
Even
yeah.
after all of that, you're still...
Yeah, we did a lot. We did like Ouija board, and the Ouija board moved in front of us and everything.
Oh wow.
And like even during the Ouija board, like I felt like something was like really because so Braviji went blank because he's a believer. He's a strong believer, so he gets scared faster also. So when the Ouija board was moving, he couldn't believe it really. Like, oh my god, he thought I was pushing it. So I was like, no, I'm not pushing it because like I'm not good at reading. So it's like sideways. So I don't know how where it's going. What are the words properly? I'm just staring blankly. So I was like, no, I'm not pushing it. Then he went out. We went blank. So at first I asked questions like, are you Indian, Malay, Chinese? So if you're Indian, you say I Malay am Chinese C and stuff. And then he would just go to the letter. So he was Malay ghost. Then asked how old were how long ago did you die? Then he went to V and 0. So I assume it's 50. After that, I didn't know what to ask because I really came there unplanned. We don't know what is going to happen. So everything is unplanned. So there are certain rules. I didn't know that as well. So I asked like, do you think you find us cute and stuff like
Hell no.
because like
What did he answer?
no reply. Then I was like, do you like us? And apparently you shouldn't ask if you
Yeah.
like us.
Oh yes. Okay. So what happened?
After I asked, do you like us? A coconut randomly fell, firstly.
Wow.
Because we were doing it near a beach. So a coconut fell and rolled down. Another one is my hand, I slightly removed it. You're not supposed to remove.
Yeah.
But because I was scared of the coconut, I removed it. And then I felt like something was like pushing me, kind of a thing. But we had like in Tamil it's called Samya, so I think it's the priest, Indian priest there to help us out. So the priest was like, so at first we tried to push the coin to go to goodbye. Like we want to end this game, but the coin didn't want to go to goodbye. It just going back to the starting.
Wow.
Then we asked 3-4 times. It didn't want to go back to goodbye. Go to goodbye. Kept going to the starting. Then she had to do some prayers and force it to go to goodbye. Yeah.
Well, you're glad that the priest was there.
Did you ask the no question? Like there's the no question when you do Ouija board. You guys know what that is?
No.
How did you die?
Oh.
The spirit will flip out, will be very angry.
I asked how long ago did you die?
How long ago? I think it's fine. It's like, how did you die? You never ask that. Yeah. 0 to 10. Okay. So when you were doing that investigation in the Tanglin Hot apartment, what was the skill? How scared were you?
On a scale.
Oh, I was really scared. 10.
10 upon 10.
Yeah.
Oh
10.
wow. Okay lah. You've been doing horror content for a while, right? Like, have you had your own personal experience that is not like related to your work? Like,
Yeah. I think the scariest experience I had was during Hungry Ghost Festival.
oh,
So it was me, my friend, and her younger sister. We wanted to go eat mukata. Then we were crossing the road. So it's like, so when you cross the road, it's like grass patches, right? If you jaywalk. So, and usually they do the prayers on the grass patches.
yep.
So we crossed the road, and her younger sister fell onto the prayers.
Oh,
yeah,
my
but
God.
but it was a mistake. But she didn't say sorry.
Oh.
So at first she was just laughing. She was a very young girl lah. She was like 7 years old, 8 years old, around there. And then she was just laughing it off and stuff. And then suddenly her whole face got pale. Like her whole face got pale. Her lips got pale also. And her eyes just rolled back. So it's just white now. And her hands started twisting. All in front of me, you know.
God.
Like really like this, you know. I thought she was having fits. So I watch a lot of movies, then they will be like, bringing a keys or spoon or something. So I try to find like metal. This is why you shouldn't trust movies, I guess. But yeah, I tried to search for metal or something. And then my friend was taking care of her. Then when I was back, the girl fainted. Then my friend told me that apparently the girl was looking at her and saying something in Chinese, like angrily. But the thing is, she doesn't know Chinese. So how can she say something in Chinese? Then, but then I'm like, okay lah, maybe because I didn't say it to her, but in my mind I was like, oh, maybe she just like freaking out, then she just hallucinating. But we went to the doctor, and the doctor said that they can't seem to find any issue with the young girl. Like she seems fine. Like they check if she had any stroke or anything, also don't have. So like after that we just went and prayed and stuff, and she was fine after that lah.
So same night lah.
All this happened the same
In
day.
the same night.
I'm genuinely in awe of this. Like after all that's happened, you're still a non-believer. Like how do you?
Because the thing is, I grew up believing in science a lot more. So I'm not a religious person also.
Yeah.
So like I would say I'm an agnostic.
Yeah.
So maybe there is a possibility of ghosts. Like I'm not rejecting it completely, but I feel like the evidence is not enough for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I agree.
It's a bit like the Carl Sagan approach of until I want to believe in it,
Yeah.
until I see it.
Until I see it. Because like every time I research, okay, something happens to me, I will immediately go back home to research. So when I research, they have explanations to it. They're like, okay, if you see a ghost, it could be fear and your brain playing tricks on you.
Right.
And then which are both, they're saying it's idiomotor effect.
Yeah.
So would you believe, like, let's say for example lah, like you see a ghost, the ghost just straight walk up to you, then say, I'm a ghost. Hi, I'm a ghost. But then you start asking, do you see this guy that's standing right in front of me? Everybody say no. Would you believe?
If nobody else saw and I saw, I would probably think I'm hallucinating.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. I think
That's the thing
that's a
I would
fair
think.
statement.
Yeah.
Then if everybody saw it,
Everybody saw, then I would think, maybe I will.
like translucent one lah, the guy like, you know.
But then there's something called shared psychosis also.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was like, I like how even then you're so
I think
maybe.
you need to dress up like him. Like he's like the rationalized one. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. I think
Yeah,
it's
personally.
very interesting.
Going back to Southeast Asia specifically, I think that's a very Southeast Asian thing where even like you yourself said, I can explain everything that happened to me, or there's some reasonable explanation for everything that's happened to me, but still, and it's not just because you have to do it, but you're still being very respectful as well. It's quite interesting that there's that dichotomy down there where I don't believe in these things, but the way that we've been raised and the way that we do things, we still have to show some respect as well. I always find that like very interesting.
Yeah.
So this is a question for Rishitha. So you see that the woman's lives in both stories are made all the more difficult by the man to varying degrees. So, and even when you look at many of our myths, they're demonized version of women. Like women tend to be the hantu. What are your thoughts of women's role in ghost stories in general?
A lot of beliefs also comes from the idea that women's anger is more powerful. Like different cultures and different religions, a woman's wrath is more powerful. Not because there's emotion tied to it. There's reason tied to it. Yeah, and revenge makes sense also because like a lot of the stories we hear is that women are the one that have been like, at least from what we hear, is they are the one who are victims.
Yeah.
So it would make sense from a story perspective to make them a ghost per se. Because
Just gotta say that I just got a short scare earlier on while she's talking about this, because when I look at behind you, there's reflection, right? That camera looks like a long hair of some lady. So I was like, what is behind you?
We got both.
I know. I'm like, oh, okay, that's the camera.
And right in the moment where she's talking about like women being wrong, do you see long hair? You're like,
I'm like, oh God, okay, yeah. So, all right. So this question is for everyone.
yeah.
If you found out your home was haunted, what would you do? Either you move out, ask the ghost to pay rent, or start charging people for a ghost tour.
third option.
I knew she would go for it. Yeah.
Third option.
It's like I can get more views and more. There's a possibility of this being viral, isn't it?
Prior to meeting you, I wouldn't have been able to guess what your answer was, but after the last couple of minutes, I was like,
Yep.
I'm quite sure Rishitha's going to go for option 2.
Yeah.
Welcome to my home. Come.
Yeah. I would just like try to like talk to the ghost and see if there is a ghost and be like, will you be up for it? Like Casper, what if it's Casper, right? Like a ghost, friendly ghost.
Casper.
I like how it's a very proper business relationship, and you seem,
Yeah.
you seem invested in making
Yeah.
the ghost a partner.
Yeah, exactly.
Ask for consent.
I will
first.
kill a few rats for you, just like pretend to scare people, I'll sacrifice some rats.
It's a good one, though.
That is a good one.
It's a good one. What about you, Wing?
My immediate instinct is to move out, but also at the same time, like my wife and I have just gone through the entire process of getting a flat. So I'm like, I don't want to go through that again. I would say I would go for your option, just because if I was going to ask the ghost to pay for rent, I don't know how they'll feel
Yeah.
about it. If anything, I feel like at this point, I should probably be paying rent to the ghost. Actually, yeah, I'll flip it. You know what? I won't even make a business out of it. I'll just pay rent to the ghost. I'm like, you know what do you need?
Bribe.
Bring it to you.
Bribe.
Yeah, I'll bribe them. I'll
Bribe the ghost.
Paying rent, not bribe.
Yeah.
Paying rent. It's a sign of respect.
Yeah. Don't disturb me. I'll pay you. I'll pay you.
What do you need? Rats. Okay, yeah, sure. You want me to burn? Yeah, here you go. No problem. Yeah. I'll pay rent to the ghost. I'll flip it around.
What about you, Carl?
I'm more curious about you because my one is a bit weird.
Okay.
Okay. I'll probably chase the ghost out instead.
Oh.
Find a way lah.
Yeah, I'm like, this is my house now.
Yeah.
This is my property.
I like the complete flip of just 5 minutes ago, you were like, oh, I thought I saw hair in the reflection. Now, like, I'm going to chase them out.
Yeah, I guess when it's there and I'm like, wait, but this is mine. No,
No, that's fair. That's fair.
It's like, have you seen the property prices? Yes, it's mine now.
This is mine now. Okay, I don't want to go through that. So get out. Yeah,
So in the worst case scenario lah, like even you hire the most powerful one, spiritual master, cannot get the ghost out. What would you do?
Oh, I'll move out then.
You bo pian lah.
Yeah,
you
if-
try lah. You try lah.
After I've tried and nothing works, I'll move out. Yeah, I mean, I don't know whether we can make peace. Depends on the demon as well.
Yeah, it's
right?
true, that's
So
true.
Yeah.
if they can make peace, then okay. But if they can't, then okay, bye bye.
Yeah.
Also, I don't feel safe having somebody to always look at me in the house.
Yeah.
That is also true.
So for my answer, right, I will do a little bit of both. So cause horror creator, right? So I will rent my house out for ghost shoots.
Oh.
First, I will prove that there is a ghost in my house with evidence, like cannot fight on the evidence. It's very substantial, airtight case, right? Then I will start renting it out to other horror creators. You want to spend one night at Carl's house? Spend one night with the ghost. Then you can take the whole house. Then I will turn it into like a horror creator community.
Oh.
In like every horror creator will go their house. That's like a test of courage, like maybe level 2. Then after that I will move out. Finish already, then I'll move out.
I like how
other creators.
I would love to hear what your version of proof is. Like, what's the the showbiz term for like, oh, I've got a reel of myself. And then it's like, hi, my name is Pontiana. I'm pissed off. I have dark brown hair and green skin.
No lah, I will probably do something that's non-edited lah. I will probably get really high resolution cameras that can see in the dark. I'll live stream it 24 hours. I'll put flour
Wow.
on the ground. And then I'll put things that it can actually control. Then I'll just leave. Then I'll just live stream it. Yeah.
You've thought about this before this episode.
I've thought about this.
exactly.
I've thought about how to shoot a paranormal show before, like properly on like the evidence is conclusive. I said, you go and look at it yourself.
We should open up a business podcast on how to hunt girls.
This has been really fun and a lot more informative than like I would have ever have thought. Every time we wrap up the show, what we have is something that we like to call our morbid fact of the day. It doesn't necessarily have to do with ghosts. It could just be something gross or dark or weird. And Kyle always has the honor of delivering it. So Kyle, what is our morbid fact of the day?
It's something to do with housing. Okay. It's in Singapore. Can you guys guess? I give all three of you a chance to guess which estate.
It's either Yishun or Bedok. It's either where I stayed or where I'm staying.
Everybody was okay. Well, at least you've been in both those neighborhoods. I was about to say everybody in Yishun and Bedok was like, Raihan, really? Really? You?
I'm just gonna guess it's Jurong.
No.
It's not Jurong.
No. You? You know the answer.
Yeah, I was like, you can't answer me this.
Okay. So actually both of you are wrong. Actually, it's in a very nice area, Potong Pasir.
Oh.
So a family learned that the previous owner of their Potong Pasir flat died and decomposed only 3 weeks after they moved in the same flat. Yeah.
See, this is why.
Creepy, right? Yeah.
You know those rented houses
Yeah.
at Circuit Road?
Yeah.
Actually, there are a lot more cases there.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
I've heard from the people around me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Hafiz share, right? Like Circuit Road. That's where like it's happened. It's very happening lah.
Yeah.
That's one way of putting it. Yeah.
Very happening. Yeah.
That's right.
I also heard that there were like some cases where they found like skeletons, like random skeleton parts in the house.
Yeah.
Oh God.
My secondary school is actually quite near Tanah Merah MRT station. There used to be a small forest near the MRT station, one of the exits. So apparently they found a skeleton of a woman. And it's been there for years. I think they were doing some works and then they just happened to find it. Unsolved case.
Oh.
I think it's an unsolved case.
Wow.
So yeah, and then there were always rumors in secondary school. The hill right before you go to Tanah Merah MRT station right, that one haunted, got ghost one. Don't walk there at night. Yeah.
Creepy.
All right, so thank you so much, Rishitha, for joining us today. It's been really great.
Yeah, it's so
Thank
fun.
you for having me. It was a very fun session.
Next time we go ghost hunting.
Yeah, we're definitely going to start something right after this. And thank you to all of you for tuning in to Tales from Incredible Tales. New episodes go up on every Thursday evening on YouTube and MeWatch, and on podcast platforms such as meLISTEN, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
My name is Rishitha.
My name is Wayne.
My name is Kyle.
And my name is Raihan, and we will see you next time.